Hi YouTube! So today I wanted to make this video and just show you guys some new books that I've recently acquired. Some of them I bought online on Book Depository, and a couple I actually went and bought at the store. So yeah, I thought I would quickly show you guys the books that I got, and then I've got an announcement at the end of the video. So yeah, I'll get stuck into it. So the first book that I got was from Book Depository, and it was these were all mostly under $10, I think. But the first one is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell, and I watched the short TV series of it, and I really liked it, so I thought it would be cool to read the book as well and see if it's similar to the TV show. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to read it. So I guess just like a really rough overview of the book is it's set in the mid-19th century, and it kind of talks about it's quite political, so it sort of talks about like the poor people and, you know, like the different classes and like all of that. This girl's dad, I don't know, something happens and he has to leave. He's a pastor, I believe, and so then they move to this place where it's, you know, like there's really poor people and it's really dirty, and they're quite a well-off family, so they had quite a high standing in society, and then the father just up and moves them to this place where she meets this guy here who runs a factory, like a cotton mill, and it just kind of really tells you about like the history of it and how people got really sick, and yeah, like all the different classes and stuff. So it was really quite cool TV series, so I'm excited to read the book. The next one I got, I've seen quite a few people talking about this on YouTube, and I wanted to see like what all the fuss was about, because although I'm not one to kind of be persuaded to read a book based on someone else's opinions, I would prefer to just go and read a book because I want to. So I actually did want to read this, so I thought I would go and pick it up, and this I actually got at the store, and this was $10. And it's The Unexpected Everything by Matson, and it's basically, there's like this girl called Andy, and there's like a scandal. I read like the first page, so I'm assuming it's some like political scandal, and so she ends up becoming a dog walker, and she hangs out with somebody called Clark, and that's really all I know about it, but it looks really good, and people have said some good stuff, so I'm keen to read this. The next book that I got, I also got off Book Depository, and this is called Larkswood by Valerie Mendes, and the byline here says, "One house, one family, and a lifetime of secrets." So it sounded like a really cool, like mysterious kind of book, and so I decided to pick this up, and it kind of follows these people with like 3 children, Edward, Cynthia, and Harriet, and they're quite like a well-off family, and some stuff happens, and it's like 40 years later, and someone is sent to live at this place here where the 3 children grew up. So obviously they're like all old now, and one of the family members, she's the granddaughter, she gets sick, so she's sent to this old house to recover, and while she's there she learns about all these secrets of the house, and what this like really big secret was from 40 years ago, which caused the children to be divided and separated and stuff. So yeah, it looks really good, and I'm really excited to read this. Another one that I got, I got this off Book Depository as well, and basically I picked this up because I had been watching the TV series Rain. I started watching it like quite a while ago, and then I just recently restarted watching it again. So I'm kind of like really obsessed about the history of Mary Queen of Scots because I think it's kind of an interesting story, the one that she has. So I picked up this book, and it's called The Galliard, Great Love of Mary Queen of Scots, and it's written by Margaret Irwin, who also wrote a book called Young Bess, who I'm assuming is Queen Elizabeth. And this kind of talks about like her life after after Francis has died, and she is exiled from France. So I'm really excited to read it. It's quite a thick book, but yeah, it just looks really good, and I liked the cover, and obviously because it's about Mary Queen of Scots, I was like, I need to read this because I really have enjoyed Rain, and to be able to read a book based on her is pretty exciting. Then the last book that I picked up was this book. I bought this from the store, and it's called For the Most Beautiful, by Emily Hauser, and it is based on it's the like Greek mythology, but told from the viewpoint of the woman, because there's like, you hear about all the, basically there's like 3,000 years ago a war took place that gave birth to legends, to Achilles, the greatest of the gods, and Hector, prince of Troy. It was a war that shook the very foundations of the world, but what if there was more to this epic conflict? What if there was another hidden tale of the Trojan War? Now it is time for the women of Troy to tell their story. So then I think this is kind of told from the viewpoint of Chryseis, Briseis, and someone else. But yeah, so it just looks really, really interesting. The apple, I think, it kind of suggests that there's like a competition, like who's the most beautiful, and they win the golden apple or something. I'm not sure, that's just kind of what I was getting from the cover. But yeah, like I just really love it. It's just so like beautiful. The cover is like stunning colour, and then like the spine is like this beautiful purple colour. It's not really picking it up very well. But yeah, so this is the books. These are the books that I picked up, and yeah, I'm really excited to read them. So now the news that I have is that I'm actually moving back home to live with my parents for a short time. I have decided to move out of this flat just for personal reasons, and have decided to look at either getting a place of my own or moving in with a smaller flat. So yeah, I'm actually in the process of like packing, so there's kind of a bit of a mess happening around my room and around the house, so I'm trying to kind of like sort out my life, and I'm actually moving out in 2 days time, so trying to get everything sorted like frantic, while also working from like 9 till 4:30, so yeah, it's been a little bit stressful, but that's what is happening at the moment. So I don't know if I will be able to film for a while, just because I will be quite busy once I've actually moved as well, trying to like sort out stuff and trying to find a new place, and working as well, because I've now finished studying, so fingers crossed everything goes well and I should graduate in March. But yeah, so that's like the big news that's happening in my life at the moment, and I'm kind of I'm kind of sad to leave it, but I'm excited to see what the future holds as well. So yeah, hopefully everything goes really well and it all works out as I have planned. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys have read any of the books that I mentioned and what you guys thought of them, because it's always interesting to hear what other people have thought of a book. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.